I break and break myself. Even if it means twisting myself, I'll win the way I choose. Hi guys, and welcome back to the latest video. Given the recent happenings of the latest chapters, I found it only fitting that we discuss what will transpire regarding the imminent fight taking place between Deku and Class 1A. But before we do that, if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe for more anime and manga related content. Deku versus Bakugo is something we've seen before, and in a close battle of wills between individuals who both want to become number one, we saw Bakugo emerge victorious. But in his parting words to Deku, he told him to never lose again, given his power. Now we are faced between Deku and Bakugo once more, however under much differing circumstances. We now see Deku in a much different state, in fact, a state many civilians have viewed as somewhat villainous, and Bakugo in an additionally different state, with him surrounded by classmates, taking on the role of saving Deku from himself and bringing him back to UA. Deku, with his unshakable drive to take on the world with a reckless abandon, is met with a standstill versus those he seeks to protect, his friends and classmates. In front of him is Class 1A, and in the final panels it is particularly Ida, Uraraka, and Bakugo who stand before him, ready to stop him. The class acknowledges that they knew Deku wouldn't go with him voluntarily, so they would have to do it by force. However, something to note is that the class is unaware of Deku's full control of One For All now, and the immense power he's now wielding, in which he is one-shotting essentially every foe that comes before him. As we see in the final panel, it's raining, which already puts Ida and Bakugo at a disadvantage, but in terms of sheer numbers, many would speculate that Deku in his weakened state could be defeated. I'm not sure this is the case though. We've seen before with Mirio fighting Class 1A, he simultaneously defeated all of them with ease, due to the nature and mastery of his quirk. However, he was able to do it in a fairly non-violent way. Deku, with his new control over his quirks, doesn't seem to have that same finesse and ability to do so in a peaceful manner, nor to my imagination would Bakugo seek to fight Deku and bring him home without some form of violence. Standing among Class 1A are notable heroes, however in a fight between the 9th successor, only a few are notable in my eyes to even be able to challenge Deku, and for me, those are Bakugo, Uraraka, Todoroki, Kirishima, and Tokuyame. However, I didn't see Todoroki in the panels, so I'd exclude him from this list for this fight. I imagine during the fight, as the class has developed so much teamwork over the years, they'll fight in unison to combat Deku and subdue him by any means possible, but I don't believe it'll go in their favor. The sheer power of Deku as he stands now is far too powerful for any teamwork to even have effect. I believe Bakugo for a while will be able to go toe-to-toe with Deku, despite the rain disadvantage. Don't forget, in terms of the will to be the best and the ruthless obsession over victory, Bakugo is second to none, and he shouldn't be remotely underestimated. That initial quote I had when starting off the video is Bakugo's during the sports festival, in which he says he will win by any means possible, even if he breaks himself. Yes, strength is absolute within My Hero Academia, but as mentioned in a previous video, strength isn't always enough. It's the one most motivated to win. We know Deku doesn't want to hurt his classmates badly, and obviously wouldn't risk their lives by going all out, but Bakugo, knowing Deku, would go all out and seek to bring him down. I imagine the fight will go on and Bakugo and Midoriya will trade many blows and really rough each other up, while a lot of Class 1A is kind of forced to sit back and watch these two warlords of Class 1A fight it out, as getting in the way would only cause themselves to get hurt or get in the way of Bakugo. However, as the fight progresses and increases in terms of sheer damage and destruction, I believe Uraraka will somehow get in contact with Deku and tell Deku that if he wants to get away and keep going on his vigilante mission and not come home with them, that he will have to go through her. And we know, as seen within the anime, Uraraka helps console Deku during his initial outbursts of Black Whip, but that was merely only an introduction from Horikoshi to what she will do during these chapters and this arc. The closeness Deku and Uraraka share is immense, and she has been the continual voice of reason for him, and I have no doubt she will be able to stop this battle and help reconcile Deku in what has currently happened. After a battle between Deku and his classmates, the battlefield is likely dismayed, and as rain falls, they set off back to UA. Although not in the next chapter, they will go back to UA, and as mentioned by Principal Nezu, there are barriers set up around UA, and if All For One knows the exact location of Deku, it'll likely be like a Harry Potter versus Voldemort situation where All For One and his crew will come to UA to wreak havoc upon it. However, that topic, as alluring as it is, will only come true if the theory comes true, and Deku goes back with the class to UA, which I really hope does happen. As much as I like edgy emo boy Deku, I do want him to be reunited with his classmates. The classmates have played such a integral role within this story, and it would be a shame for them to now take a back seat after so much development and so much time spent with them. And in fact, these aren't just kids anymore. They've gone through a literal war, which people are kind of forgetting. No, these These individuals are strong, and Deku shouldn't have to worry about what'll happen to them. They know the risk of being a hero. They know when they put on their hero outfit that they're putting their life on the line for others, and they wouldn't have it any other way. So until we see what happens in the next chapter, this discussion of what will happen whenever All For One and his cronies attack UA, that'll be for another video. So guys, if you enjoyed this theory and the speculation, don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you all next time.